Stop the press. The media this lately has had a lot of news that is relevant to the future of Reston and the future of Tysons. With the current lack of resources, the county is cutting budgets, and one of the budgets they're proposing to cut is the commuter bus, the circulator bus, the RIVS bus. Which at this time would be a disaster. Earlier today I was at the Kaiser Health Center in Reston, and the bus pulled out. I didn't have my camera ready to take a picture of it. That would have been the right one. Health services being served by a local bus. This was right behind the park and ride, so that makes another point. And when the future of Tysons called for the bus, or called for the train, it was based on the work that was given, the help we were given by the consultant that worked with Disney, who said, you know, do not cause people to drive to a train, and a destination, get out of their car and walk to the train. Bring the train to the people. And so that was where the concept of the Contemporary Hotel in Disney occurred. And the other way that was said is, don't bring the hotel rooms to the lobby. Bring the train to the hotel rooms. And that was one aspect that brought about the concept of Tysons Corner, which is illustrated in what's called the Big Mac. And you'll note that the circles for the high intensity areas have secondary circles nearby in gray, which are called satellite parking. Do not bring the cars to the station, is what we advocated at that point. The cars are just one way of getting to the station. In the old days, the way you would get to your place that you wanted to go next was on a horse. Then from there you went to a bicycle, and then from there you went to as a pedestrian. And so we are attempting to make pedestrian-friendly streets. Some of those don't work very well, like the one in Maryland. A problem for the visual blight, and people don't realize what that does to you. So the Morning Post had a story on the return of the streetcars to Washington, D.C. But they're being fought by the people that are going to object to the visual blight that will exist with the wires above that will give them the power. And so that's going to be a fight in D.C. because they do not want to cut into the visual harmony of Washington, D.C. by these wires. So that streetcar will be similar to the one that I used when I went to grade school, which they also had overhead wires. And so these systems are going to have to be designed to meet community needs and not cause problems. The streetcars were eliminated from Washington by Roy Chalk, who at that time had considerable stock in General Motors, and so he was the one who decided that it would be better to get rid of mass transit and leave us all in those automobiles. That's what we're living with now. So now we have to change that. Well, the time will come. It's time to change. Now is the time to move ahead. Thank you. In downtown Herndon, they have towers, and they've got too many vertical lines, too many visual disruptions. To create a fine environment. In fact, that's one of the things that distinguishes Reston from other suburbs, is that there are no overhead wires in Reston. There are also no TV antennas in Reston, because Reston brought into existence a central antenna system, which is now replaced by the cable TV. And so we were free of all of the vertical obstructions. It also meant that we don't have street lights, which is another problem in terms of visibility. So if we can develop our metro extension out here, we have to have those buses, and we have to practice using those buses. So to cut them out now is very, very critical to the success of the metro when it comes to be. So I realize that there's money short in this county, but that's cutting your feet off to prevent the need for buying shoes. That analogy is what I'm afraid we're looking at here. And so how we're going to get more money in this county is unknown. In the discussion of where you stop a train, it was noted that perhaps Arlington County did not have to pay any money for their metro. That was all federal funds. If we could figure out more how that happened, maybe we can get some of that that approach used in this county. The future is yet to come, and the future will have many obstacles and opportunities. Again, I thank people for their attention, and we'll move to other subjects later.